Okay, I got one for you here today. It's sort of like tough love a little bit, and I'm already hating myself for even shooting this. This is going to be one of those. This is going to hurt you more than me. And it goes like this. This is for you new guys, okay? New guys and girls, and however you identify. You need to know where all the notes are on the neck. And I know that seems so like totally overwhelming when you look at this thing. You look at this thing and it's like, oh my God, like how many notes are there? That's got to be like 100 notes there. I haven't done the math. I've never done the math. But I mean, there's only 12 tones, right? There's only 12 tones in our music. But there's different octaves of that. And what you need to know, I hate to tell you, guys, girls, theys, is that you got to know where they are. You got to. It's like, it's an investment of time that it will reward you for the rest of your playing life, okay? And what you'll start to see is that, certain patterns emerge, and I'm sure you're aware of some of these, right? But one of the things I did when I first started learning the bass was I actually went through an exercise, and I think this is a good process, and this is a challenge I'm going to leave for you new guys and you intermediate guys who don't know what half the notes are. I'm guilty of it. There's notes somewhere like in this region here that I get fuzzy about, that I have to like double check, like, oh, where's that? Like, what is that, G sharp? But the exercise that I went through was I went and identified every natural note on the instrument, okay? And in order to do that, there's just one thing you need to know. Well, there's a couple things you need to know. You need to know what these strings are. Obviously, this is an E, this is an A, this is a D, and this is a G when it's in tune. And then we got to find, so for E, we got to find F, G, A, B, C, D, E. We need to find all of those. And what I did was I actually took a piece of like Scotch tape and cut out little squares with like letters on it and like laid them underneath here so I could see like what's that as like a visual sort of reinforcement. And I think after I went through that exercise, I remember thinking like, this is gonna be great. It's really gonna help me. It's gonna remind me, which it did. But what was kind of interesting after doing that is just the process of doing that helped a lot. Helped me see, some really, important relationships on the bass neck that may be totally clear to some of you and just totally mystifying to others. So yeah. This is really important, and there's almost too many reasons to list why it's important to know like where the notes are. I'm not even going to waste your time with all the numbers. You just have to trust me. Like this is something you have to learn, and it's not as hard as you think. Like I said, there's only 12 unique tones, right? There's only 12 unique tones in our music system on the bass. And this is a good way to learn it. And what you'll see, okay, is if you get through that exercise, even if you draw it on paper, but it wouldn't hurt to like put a few markers on it. I don't know about you guys, but these like dots, they don't really tell me much at all. They sort of situate me, but they don't really help me that much. But let me show you a couple relationships that are really important, like this open E string here, on the third string down, when you go over a whole step and up 2 strings, you get the octave. Like, that's an important relationship. It's like it's so fundamental and so foundational. You know, another one is like, you know, if you go up to the 7th fret, you know, that's also an E. That's the same note as that. This relationship, those are all the same notes. So right there, that's, you know, if you could kind of go through your neck and go find every E there is. So I got 1. If I just go in octaves and I go up 7, and then up here, if I go up 12, I don't actually have a. That's where that would be. That E would be. I can bend into that E. So I guess technically you could say I have what? Some bass necks go up a little higher or whatnot. But that's in octaves. But then there's all of the other like repeating ones, like I showed you there, like this, right? This one, this one, this one. Those are all E's. So knowing these interrelationships are really helpful. Do yourself a favor. Go through the exercise of identifying every note on the instrument and start looking for like patterns. Start looking for the patterns, because these will result in is other options, other ways to play like similar things. You know, when we're learning new tunes and stuff, like right away, like there's a program that starts running saying, well, okay, I got to play like E. Okay, I got to play E. Well, what E? And in imagining what it is you're going to be playing, you're going to be picking like one of those notes. Like, what are you doing? Where are you starting? You know, like a E minor, I might say, oh, well, I'm going to stick with this one here. For some reason, maybe it gives me access to a lot of the. You know, why would I pick this one over this one? Well, you know, it all depends on my line, but I need to be able to like make those choices. So let me just apologize. I know this is like not the most exciting stuff, but just trust me. This is sort of like a Mr. Miyagi kind of thing, okay? Just do it. Do it. Do the work. I'm telling you, that sticker idea, I had those stickers under my fretboard probably for a year before I tore them off, and I think they helped me establish that. Anyways, my apologies. I probably just lost like 20 subscribers right there. Leave your hateful comments in the comment section.